There are several issues on the May ballot for Ohio High School Athletic Association member schools. Today in Bluffton, the OHSAA presented those referendums to member schools' athletic directors and principals to educate them as they cast their votes. As Mark Coons reports, the hot button issue is 12B, name, image, and likeness rights.
After college student athletes were allowed to profit off of their athletic abilities without jeopardizing their eligibility, high schoolers in Ohio could soon follow suit. Next month, OHSAA member schools will vote on a referendum that would grant name, image, and likeness rights to student athletes, clearing the way to market themselves. The OHSAA is stressing it won't make them professionals, but will allow the group to be proactive and protective.
When we look at, NIL or anything, we still have protection, in a lot of things to protect the amateurism of high school sports, because that's our number one goal. And so, but we do want to get out ahead of it to shape it the way that our member schools want it shaped, and not some outside group that would come in and put something that wouldn't be good for our schools.
According to OHSAA Executive Director Doug Ute, only 1% of college athletes have been impacted by NIL. And if this passes, he doesn't think there'll be many high schoolers taking advantage of it either.
I'm not sure in those 37 years that I would have come across an athlete at any school I was at that would have really benefited from an NIL contract. And so we're talking about a small percentage of kids in the first place.
Talking to several area athletic directors, it's clear plenty of thought and discussion will go into each school's vote.
We need to educate ourselves. We ask a lot of our student athletes in the classroom, so we have to sit down and take a look at this and, not make any rush decisions or, kind of get ahead of ourselves or whatever. But, I think we need to sit down and have some more discussion about it for sure.
That's the process that we've got to take and look through the lens of, our parents, how it's going to affect, many families. So not just our school, but also the area and the state. And I know it's affecting other states as well at this point.
Regardless of the outcome of issue 12B, the OHSAA is hoping to send a clear message to the Ohio State House.
Well, I do hope that what does come out of this is the vote, if it's a considerable no or yes either way. If it's a no vote, the Ohio General Assembly will definitely say, hey, the people that are in the trenches just aren't quite ready for that. I know, I've seen some initial surveys or some articles out in the local media, and I kind of have a grasp of where we're at amongst my network of ADs. I hope that the General Assembly would take that data as well. If it's an overwhelming, we're not quite ready, and then we continue to work together when the time is right.
There are some states like New York that have already done this, so if it votes to go in place, we'll jump right on board and we'll get educated and we'll get moving with it.
School principals will begin voting on May 1st. The online balloting will continue for 2 weeks. If the NIL referendum does pass, it will go into effect immediately on May 16th. Reporting in studio, Mark Coons, BCSN.